People need to know what they're dealing with when they go in, and not after they make the investment. Right?
I would be happy to sign something saying I would limit it as one moving forward. So you guys do.
But I think the other issue too is on the stairwell, whether it needs to be inside or out. And most typically, you see
It wasn't there before.
it was only one system
Building
before.
that stayed the
I know
same.
that. I know that. I know that.
Just
I understand.
I just wanna be fair to
You've
the
modified it, and then we see that it's been modified.
Hey, but modified, what do you mean? There was still plumbing upstairs and plumbing down. But that's irrelevant.
It's just like the motels we've talked about over here, or the units, the condos, they're separate units, and it's separate units, and then they all have their individual.
But again, I'm gonna
and you would
rent it as
need.
one. I'm gonna make that commitment and put it in writing.
No, I'm talking about the stairs, and the stairs, yeah, they probably would have to come and have some sort of time.
So I have to change it when they do it.
I'm not into the legal side of things, but in my perspective, what I've seen here, based on what's going on around in this area, that would have to be tied with an internal staircase, because otherwise you see apartments with the stairs that go up to the top place and so forth on the outside. And so my perspective of it is that you would have to put an internal staircase in it, make a single family home.
So would this require legal counsel review, Jesse?
And that's just an opinion, I don't know the logistics on it.
I would just offer it, as long as Rob agrees to rent it as a one single residence, that would suffice.
And this is the property.
And then that would not require us to do anything.
Yeah, and I think we should look into the whole stairwell thing, but I'm pretty sure if I went around Bayview, I could probably find something like this, where a single family residence has no stairs downstairs. I'm very I'll build a house on this, build a good, and have a staircase inside. They basically had grandchildren space downstairs for the summer. That's how it was built. So it's tore down that house and built a new one, but bigger one. Yeah, that's not the issue. That's not the issue. So, but as long as just from today forward, as long as it's just rented as a single unit, I don't think we have a case that it's more than 1 yard. But I think we have to come up with a community-wide solution to this continuing ER problem in a town that's trying to grow and has this weird moratorium thing on it. Even though we're not using all our sewer flow, not even half. Somewhere around half.
No, we usually don't have.
Not even very much.
No.
I can
Because the
also
winter
pass
time, it'll
that.
be hard enough.
Well, right,
But summertime is the max, so.
but they pay all year.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 10-4.
So I would also pass that with the sale. Meaning just because I write it, it would go with the house.
It would, yeah,
So whomever buys it has to stay with that rule.
that is a legal requirement of the district. Our records follow the property and not the owner.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, I'm liking what I delicately have to tiptoe through here, because this is an agenda item. So if we make a ruling, it's forever known, or there may be some agreements that have already been done in the back of the room where this would then, but it's who asked it to be the agenda and how we got it on here. I want to make sure that I don't cross that.
It's just a suggestion from a public member for the board to make a decision that does not give the public the authority to make any decisions with the board.
And I asked to be on the agenda based on that anyways. Yeah. It needs to be talked about.
I don't know what we could do other than get legal and have some workshops and see.
Well, I think we have a possible solution short term.
Short term
For Rob, but long term, I think we have to come up with a policy as a board.
Right.
And a solution to Bayview's, the pressure on Bayview to grow or not grow, or allow people to invest and not invest. It matters. And here we have a sewer system that's being partly used, half used, and we have a moratorium. I don't get it. I get it long term because in 60 years, those all may be used. But we're 30 years into this and only half of them used.
but they've all been sold, is the problem.
And we're skirting the issue here, but that,
Yes,
Well, if they did,
Because that issue still remains, I mean.
correct. That's why I mean workshop and stuff, but
Because
that's,
there's people with
that's
big
outside
plans.
of this issue, outside of the.
There's people with big plans, and there's gonna be, it's a political thing, it's gonna be, people wanna put up this 60-unit apartment building, what do we do?
that would tie it to the similarities associated with the apartment buildings we have there.
And so we make them all studios, so, well, that's 4 bedrooms, so that's only 15 ERs. I've got 15 ERs, so they build a 60-unit apartment building. Well,
We already talked about that, doesn't define that.
so we gotta come up with a
But
good
it's being
policy.
consistent, we want to be consistent.
I mean, every unit say an ER, just by our definition, change that.
Cause I heard what you said about no, that was Bob, you talked about the bedrooms. And
that's only because I've spent hours
I've
and
always
hours
carried
and
along
hours
the bathrooms,
in
the
meetings with
kitchens.
the health district and DEQ and hearing their perspective on, not just their perspective, what their rules are.
Yeah, but that's not our definition for,
Yeah, I mean,
single
this-
family and that so forth, so
I
that
mean,
kind of.
we define a boat as 0.2 ERs. Including my boat that has neither bathroom or kitchen, so.
That's what I have on the back for it.
So, do we, into this one, it's just one, did you wanna make, I mean, you can make a motion, whether it gets seconded, but
I'd like to make a motion to, I'd make a motion that as long as Rob, and I'm not sure, it's a legal name, we'll say this nice house, as long as it rents as only 1 unit, it is not in violation of our ERs.
And she will change it tomorrow.
And since it does contain the potential to be more than 1 unit, that Rob is willing to enter into agreement saying it will be 1 unit. That would follow with the land.
so.
And it only solves this problem, and maybe some future ones, we haven't changed policy.
Is there a timeline to this agreement? Would you guys want to put a time limit to it, with the possibility of seeking legal counsel? I do fear that the board could walk into something where, a specific property goes against what our written ordinance has been, without the advice of legal counsel, and what precedence that sets for the community. I'm really worried about, the legal ramifications.
In this case, as long as it only goes out as one, if it's only rented as 1 unit, it's only 1 ER.
Okay,
We're not
just
changing
wanna make
policy.
sure.
Well, it'd be by definition. But
Some future day, we need to come up with a policy that allows something to happen.
Right now, that building is in a state of affairs that conflicts. And if, but nobody has done anything in the building. There's not rentals, people aren't living there, it's,
I assume it started last summer, but
And just to make it clear, I will not write this agreement. I will turn it over to our attorney.
absolutely. No, attorneys get to write things like that.
Okay, just being sure.
They gotta earn their keep somewhere along the line.
Second, this is subject to attorney's review and purview.
oh yeah, throw some attorney
Yeah.
language in your motion.
Subject to attorney review.
There you go. Thank you.
And that'll go through Lake City law.
Correct.
There are-
Ted, do you have any ideas?
I don't. I can get it over them tomorrow.
I don't have any ideas, but who's going to,
If it's
I mean, are we setting up a policing action?
That's,
Well, we still have a policing problem, but that's townwide. This isn't the only place.
right.
It's townwide.
Are
It just
we gonna-
is.
Are we gonna make a box downtown for people to throw in their, I'm riding on? I'm riding on. I mean,
Just Facebook page for that.
it is a town issue.
Well,
By all
it's
means, yeah.
very definitely a town issue.
So that's why we're getting the attorneys involved.
We can see what Coeur d'Alene's going through, and they're not even talking about this kind of stuff. In Coeur d'Alene, they're just talking about neighborhoods being
Inundated with.
inundated with, when half the houses are short-term rentals, and it's the old part of town, they get irritated, the locals get irritated.
Well,
It's a political issue.
well, but this is the only governmental
Entity.
entity